Hello everybody and welcome back to The Save. It's the Youth Academy Challenge with CD Toledo on FM24, and today we're starting our European adventure. PSV are coming to town. Let's see how we get on. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to The Save, and first and foremost, fellow managers, thank you very much. 9,700 subscribers. We've just ticked over it on the channel, getting ever closer to that 10,000 subscriber milestone. So if you haven't yet and you're enjoying this series, you like the videos, you like the style, please do hit that subscribe button because it does mean a lot. And hit the like button. It's a way of showing you enjoy the series. But we are taking on PSV today, 8 o'clock on Thursday, the 11th of September, because we're in the Europa League. So Thursday football, along with Man United, Fiorentina, Feyenoord, Fenerbahce, Sevilla in here with us. Bournemouth got into the Europa League. Brighton are in here as well. So a big range of teams, to be honest, in this year's competition. It should be quite an interesting one. But we will touch on PSV in a second, and we'll be playing them in today's episode. However, let's just have a wee little look at the competitions, because we are second in the league. Joint top, 15 points, 5 games played, 5 wins with a goal difference of 8. We are playing very well this year, and we've beaten Athletic Bilbao and Barcelona. So we have been playing very, very well. Espanyol, 2-1 win in that game. Then we beat Athletic... Oh, that was a friendly, sorry. Athletic Bilbao in the opening game of the season, 2-1. Then we beat Alves in the last episode, 3-2. We beat Mallorca, 2-1 as well. Pedro Moreno and Sergio Vallejos getting the goals in that one. 3-0 we beat Burgess, Kazushi, Moreno and Crimson Mori with the goals. And we've just beaten Barcelona 2-0. And I'll tell you this much, it was not a fluke. Look at this. We restricted them to 4 shots, only 2 on target. Much better XG, more shots for us. We controlled the play really well. We had a clear-cut chance. We didn't give up any clear-cut chances for them. We had a few more long shots. They had a little bit more possession, but we played the game really, really well. Taking advantage of this Mazzala Van Riel running out of position, we dominated the midfield, attacked through the middle, and did a really, really good job of it, which was awesome. And that is why paying more attention to the game seems to be working wonders for us. Now, this is the start of 3 home games in a row. PSV, Granada and Fenerbahce. So, as per usual, let's go into the data hub and see how PSV play. So, PSV are going to be using a cautious mentality, apparently. Wing play style, they're going to be lining up in a 3-4-1-2 or a 5-2-1-2. Pretty defensive, to be honest. We probably are the favourites for this game. It says a close contest matched by 2 evenly teams. But yeah, I've got a feeling I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. At home against PSV off the back of a wonderful win against Barcelona. The only issue is Kike Andreas has a bit of an injury. So youngster German Tina is going to come in. And we've called him up from the B team this year. He's got a good, good attributes on him. His crossing isn't too bad. First touch, marking, tackling. He's got good physical attributes as well, according to his balance. He's a good sort of average 11, 12, 13, 14 rated player, doing pretty well. So we're going to give him a chance as our backup sort of fullbacks this year. And we're doing all right. But checking the notes then, coming up against the 5-2-1-2 with wing play. We want to pressure their wing backs. We want to play our inside forwards as they are. Focus our play down the flanks with a higher tempo and low crosses. And because we are the favourites, I think what we can do is sort of go back to potentially, we could, in fact, load up one of the 2DMs, call me maybe system. V the 5 at the back. There it is. That's probably the one. Oh no, that is the 5 at the back. 2DMs, call me maybe. That is not the one we want as we come through here. Is it that? Was it version 4, the attacking one? Inside forward, 2DMs. I think we probably could do that with Kazushi in here. He'll have take more risks and move into the channels. These two hold the fort, push the wing backs on, put the other wing backs under pressure. Is exactly what we want to do. We will focus the play down the right. We're actually going to say we don't need to have our passing so direct. And I don't think we need to play into space to counter either, to be honest. We should be dominating a bit more of the ball. So we'll take counter off, go to counter press. We're going to push our line just up higher and go from that as well. So in fact, we're not using 2DMs, call me maybe version 4. We're editing this as we go. We don't need to trap them outside. I think we're going to be okay. We're more about pressuring them when they have the ball. So I think what we're going to do is actually literally go all of their back four, back three centre-backs and the goalkeeper will tackle hard and press. And then I think we will just take them off and go wing-back right, wing-back left. Let's tackle them hard, not let them get out, try and put pressure on them. And we'll see how that goes. Now, the three up here, we should be able to deal with them with the two holding midfielders. Let's see how we go. The assistant manager is suggesting we make quite a lot of changes, but given the fact we're on a good run at the moment, I'm not going to do that at all. Now, Kike Andreas is probably not even fit enough for the bench, so it does give us a chance to call up someone who has registered from the B team, and given that we need defenders, it probably will be Juan Cerezo, who doesn't yet have a number. Again, decent physicals. I mean, good passing on him. Probably could be more of a central midfielder. I'm not too impressed. Oh, no, it'll be Ivan Chumelas. Ivan Chumelas, the Spanish. A bit better physically. Pace, can't really cross and do anything like that. More of a centre-back, but I do think gives us good options in both full-back positions. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously not going to be our first choice at coming on, but we'll see how this goes. Sergio Vallejos has stepped up, replacing Joel Pozzo on the right wing while he's injured. Obviously, they don't have a huge squad as well. We don't have the Eredivisie loaded in this save. It's only the top 5 divisions because we're so far into it, it would take up a lot of data processing and things like that. It's a match we should be winning. Yeah, I'm just going to say let's make make use of home advantage. That's what I'm trying to say. As the Europa League music plays out, which is awesome. That's us in our 4-2-3-1. We're lining up for this one. Try and take the game to them a little bit. They are lining up in their 5-2-1-2 or 3-4-3. That's probably a bit more positive if you call it a 3-4-3. But the players come out of the tunnel here at the Estrada Tres Cultures, the Three Cultures Stadium. And looking forward to this one. We're taking on PSV. Let's see how we get on. Right, so we're in the 3D match engine. We're just going to be watching this and see if we can see where anything goes. But we should be focusing down the wings, putting pressure on their wing backs, seeing what we can do. We are so overwhelmingly favourites. That's a great ball in to start as well. We're actually right on the attack here. Phil Lewis cuts it back. It's Kazushi. It's 1-0 inside 28 seconds. Kazushi's second goal of the season. I was going to say we could probably play overlapping fullbacks, but I don't think we even need to do that right now because we are on fire, and a goal that early on in the game just suggests you've got everything right off the off, innit? Kazushi isn't going to miss from there. It was nearly a block from the defender, but a lovely cutback. 1-0 to Toledo. What a start this is to our Europa League campaign. And very, very happy with this as Rolefsen goes long with his goal kick. It is nodded down by Navet. Now, we do just need to make sure that we track the runners, and we do there through Dave Supreme. Lovely stuff. Joe Page. Phil Lewis comes forward with it on the left. He's going to run forward. He's got a license to roam. Both wing-backs do this in this system, and that is going to fall to Tenner, the youngster. Germain Tenner cuts it back. Moreno. Kazushi's got another one. We're playing him at attacking midfield, and he is relishing it this season. 2-0 up inside 7 minutes. Inside 7.5 minutes. This is lovely for CD Toledo as Tenner brings it back, brings it down. There's the cutback. It was sort of bouncing around, and Kazushi pounces on it. 2-0, 2 for Kazushi in attacking midfield. He is really, really, really enjoying that position up there. And I just want to see if we can see some tactical things. So what we want to do is, what you can see here, we've got 4 players very high up on their sort of 3 centre-backs, to be honest. We're the wrong side of the wing-back up here with Moreno. Gleben doesn't know whether to mark here or try and track Tenner, who is going to push on. And we've got 6 people back. And even if these 2 both push, we've got 4 against their 3. So we are in pretty much a good shape here as Akinde takes over into Kazushi, onto Dave Supreme, up to Vallejos, who shoots, and it's a good save from Rolefsen. A left-footed drive there. And it was a good save. It was a good save. But now we've got the corner. Morea into Moreno. Kazushi's on the edge. He's tackled by Gleben as Gleben come forward. Now, we didn't know any sort of corner routines, set-piece routines from PSV. We didn't have that information from the assistant manager because we can't, or from the scout, because we can't scout them enough. But it's a very positive start. 6 shots with 4 on target for us and only 1 for PSV so far. So we are dominating this game. Phil Lewis, in it goes, it's bouncing around, and Pedro Moreira gets the goal. The keeper was nowhere near it. It's 3-0 inside 17 minutes. This is an absolute pasting of PSV. Kazushi gives it back to Phil Lewis, down on the left-hand side, swings in across towards that near post. I think the defender actually clears it into Pedro Moreira, but the youngster up front for Toledo will not give a damn, to be honest. He will be absolutely delighted. Van Eck goes out to Gleben on the left-hand side. Back to Brandt. Brandt for PSV to Kuipers. Kuipers goes up to Gleben. To be fair, this is probably a game we could change to key highlights, given the fact we're 3-0 up inside 20 minutes. We don't need to see every single highlight on extended so that I can watch tactically what's going on. I'm very happy with how it's going. You can see how much we're overloading their wing backs as Valeos is now in. It's 4. Let's change this one to key. We really don't need to watch this in too greater detail. I'm very confident that our system is working wonderfully. This is the overload you want, putting their wing backs under pressure, and then Valeos runs off the inside of one of the centre backs and he's in on goal. Could have squared it, but fires it into the roof of the net. 4-0 inside 20 minutes. This is a wonderful, wonderful performance from the boys. Just playing superbly. Gleben into Brandt. Brandt does swing across in. Javi does get a head on it and Moreno clears. By the way, this season, we still haven't, in any game since the competitive game started, been able to field our favoured 2 centre-backs. As soon as Neeson came back, Andrew Neeson came back from his suspension, Liam Hollick got injured for 2 months. So, yeah, Xavi and Neeson will be there for a little bit longer. And to be fair to them, they're playing very, very well together. But 35 minutes gone, I think we can give them a bit of praise to say, well done. 13 shots to 2, 6 on target to none. You've got to think we're going to have tougher tests in Europe this year. But PSV are no pushovers, so this is a very, very good performance. We have absolutely dominated them, and I don't think there's any reason to say anything else with that one. Just get out there, carry on into the second half, and see how we get on as Reina goes up. Moreno, Valeos, we've even sped up the highlights a little bit. Phil Lewis, poor first touch, but Moreno wins it back high up. Moreno, in it goes, good save. Moreira was offside, but yeah, good. This is just a cracking performance. We're pushing them back. We're holding the ball well. Possession-wise, 55, 53% now it's just dropped down to. I actually think we can probably give some youngsters a run out. Let's give John Parsons a go on this left-hand side. I know he's only 17, so I can't be too over the top with him. But yeah, he's got a 6.95. I take it back. I thought he'd been a lot worse than that. But we will bring on John Parsons in there. Valeos can actually get a rest as well. We'll bring on Jan Petric on that right-hand side, who did have a bid on deadline day for you, Jan, from Ajax. So you are a wanted man, but they weren't offering enough money. We asked them to pay your £15 million release clause. They said no, and then offered us $3 million, and I said no. That's not enough, and Kazushi's got a hat-trick. His 4th goal of the season comes against PSV. 3 of them have been in this game, and that is incredible. Tenner into the substitute, Jan Petric. Good first touch, low cross in, and a deflected effort from Kazushi, but it's 5-0, and this is easy pickings. I'm so happy with this. We're trying to... What youngsters can we give? We can bring on Even Chumalas. Let's play him in his favoured centre-back position, to be honest. We'll bring on Ignacio Mendoza. You can come on up front. And other youngsters we have. We could bring on Atli Burge, another youngster. Miguel Martinez is another youngster. Let's bring on Martinez for Kazushi. And we will enjoy getting these youngsters a run out in Europe. 5-0 up with 20 minutes to go. We have just been on fire in this game. German Tenner stepped into the team at right back and has done a wonderful job. Jan Petric, it's 6-0. Jan Petric gets his first goal of the season. Surely this is flying us to the top of the table in the Europa League. Tenya into Petric, back to German Tenya. He then gave it back to Petric, cut in on that right-hand side. Great finish. 6-0. This is a complete rout of PSV. They have come to Spain and they'll be going back with their tails between their legs. This is incredible scenes. And what's good about this is the youngsters that have come on are all probably going to get decent enough match ratings, which means that we can go home happy. It is 6-1. We're not going to get a clean sheet bonus. I'm just thinking we can probably knock these down a little bit. Just try and keep hold of the ball. We don't need to do too much, do we? We can just roll it out to someone at the back. Take our time, slow it down. We're not going to change anything in here. In fact, we don't need to go. They can pass it out from the back if they want to. And we will just stay like that. It's 6-1, so I'm not worried at all about this final result. But yeah, so Jan Petric playing well. Parsons on a 6.8. Mendoza doing all right. We've got a whole actually young, new front four in this that's going to be finishing this game. So a very, very good result. 19 shots to 5, 8 on target to 2, an XG of 2.8, but we scored 6 goals. Really, really impressive performance in that one. It probably does mean the video is going to be a little bit shorter, but nice work, everyone. That was very, very good. And I'm glad that we got to give youngsters some minutes as well. We don't quite go top. Montpellier won 7-0. They beat Shakhtar 7-0. We don't even go in the top 3. Panathinaikos, who did they beat? Who did they absolutely smash? Panathinaikos. I mean, Man United lost 2-1 to Sporting, which is a bit of a thing. FC Twente beat Ujapest 6-0. Where is Panathinaikos? Won 7-2 against Partizan Belgrade after going 1-0 down in the first minute. But yeah, okay, so some interesting results in the Europa League early on, but Kazushi gets a hat-trick. Oh, man, superb in front of goal. Lovely, lovely stuff as Xavi Alonso was there looking at Joe Page and Miguel Moreno for his next squad, and that was absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, what you'll see is we are rotating our system depending on what we come up against. So generally with a 4-3-3 we match up with a 4-3-3, and then against other systems we generally play our 4-2-3-1 wide, but it is working very well at the moment. We've got Granada, Fenerbahce, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Sociedad, Leipzig and Valencia coming up. I think we will progress a little bit more. We'll get into maybe November, and let's come back for an away trip to Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. I think that could be quite interesting as we go from there. But the pre-season, we learnt a lot. We made our notes. We figured out what we wanted our squad to be. We reviewed the squad, which has helped massively as well. And we are unbeaten in this league season so far. And in fact, competitively, La Liga and Europa League, we're unbeaten. So it is going very, very well. Thank you so much for watching. It probably is a short video because we sped that up into key because we didn't really need to look at anything in terms of tactically what was going on. We will give the first team players a rest because we've got Granada coming up in 4 days time. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. It's the best way to let me know that you're enjoying the series and you want it to keep it going, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.